Evangelical MAGA is having a normal one. Let's talk about it. They think the rapture is happening this Tuesday. It seems to be inspired by the lead of an Israeli ritual on the 23rd, something about the ceremonial slaughter of livestock and ushering in the end times. They're entitled to their beliefs. But my interest lies in the human story around that, the causes, context, and likely consequences. And the important psychological context here is that all indoctrination is really just Pavlovian conditioning at scale. Stimuli, response, until you connect those dots. And to American Christians, Christianity is not about the Bible. A lot of them haven't read it, and they don't care about the details. Instead, it's a shorthand for the just world fallacy and a belief in hard work as something good and that ought to be rewarded. Because remember what you heard about the pilgrims in school? Like, they came to the New World seeking religious freedom, but they're Christians that came from very Christian nations. The Puritans were little freaks in their own way, who were obsessively diehard about living the right way, working super hard. Very unfun, traditionalist people who expected to be rewarded for the way they lived. So much so that they became unable and unwilling to cohabitate with people outside of that group. That's why they all got on a boat together and they built a safe space on native lands. And lots of this American Christianity isn't actually based on traditional theological history and thinking, but this pioneer culture, this building it up culture, this Puritan culture that's heavily whitewashed and layered. Evangelical Christianity is imperialist Christianity. This idea in right or wrong, good or evil, and everyone should be on the side of good or else you're on the side of evil. To them, godliness is converting or destroying other people. To them, success is godliness through business. They are propagated from birth to view themselves as a persecuted minority because everyone else is still getting in their way of converting and forcing everyone else to think like they do. That everyone else is suppressing or censoring their manifested, destined belief from its right purpose as total domination, a work otherwise incomplete in the face of evil. That's the expectation of cause and effect they were taught. And they've done their part. They've rallied behind Epstein's friend for president. They've banished everyone who's not like them, who disagrees with them. As taught and expected, they did their good, and they got rid of all of the evil. So now, good things should be happening as a consequence, right? But the truth is, they're not. The righteous justice didn't come. Their lives are still hard. They are not rich. They are not happy. They are not fulfilled. The reality is, they voted for a con man who doesn't care, who probably doesn't even believe in God, and just told them the lie for their votes that he knew they wanted. They told him they wanted. He won't release the Epstein files because he's in them. His image of wealth and success did not trickle down. He made it harder. If anything, his tariffs stifled the work-reward relationship in free market capitalism for small-town farmers. And they were told he successfully got rid of all the minorities, so who are they left to blame? Their justification is gone. Their scapegoat outlet is gone. Their minds are screaming at them. Some of them have a full lifetime of conditioning. Now they're older adults, that something good is supposed to happen now. If anything, only bad things are happening now. And they've already done and endorsed and voted for a lot of bad things because they thought the ends would justify the means. The cognitive dissonance is on red alert. They're coming at this with a super moralistic lens, but at the same time don't want to comprehend for their own sake that they may have done something evil here. The sunk cost is huge. One of their heroes is dead, and they can't clearly blame it on a liberal as much as they want to. And the actions of their government over the past week have gone directly against the virtues they were told constantly to care about, like free speech. Their leaders seem less interested on their lives and more interested on funding the genocide in Israel. But all right, they like their leaders and their leaders like Israel, so maybe they should like Israel too. What's Israel doing? Let's take a look. Oh, they're ceremoniously signifying the rapture. While a very convenient geopolitical distraction from increasing scrutiny and the recognition of Palestine as a state by the UK, it's a development milestone for the AI military tech using the war in Gaza as a testing grounds. It has appeal to the weird billionaires like J.D. Vance's sugar daddy. We're obsessed with concepts like the Antichrist and transhumanist evolution. And it's a great distraction for the US's radical right, who is wanting cover from the Epstein files and their own crashing economy. So now the whole American right is getting on board with this concept that the rapture is happening on Tuesday. Here's what's going to happen. The rapture is not going to happen on Tuesday, but millions are expecting it to. Under the guidance of AI Charlie Kirk, they're already in full-blown religious psychosis. If you can, stay inside, stay safe. We will see a lot of breakdowns on Tuesday and Wednesday. When these people snap, they may decide that all life, your life, has no meaning. Many of them already own dangerous tools with which to act on this belief. Apparently, some people on Truth Social are also talking about a reverse rapture, in that instead of them ascending to heaven, an angel of death is going to come down, and it is their moral duty to get rid of all of the bad people. So an insecurity that they are not raptured will externalize into still separating you from them in the way they can do. Please be careful. Please stay safe. Wednesday is where things get different, though. Lots of cults are built on a big lie. Someday the world is going to end and they will all ascend. A big promise at the end of the road that justifies all of the sunk costs. In those days, come and go, the members can see more than they usually can. They have a reflective milestone where they can pit what they were told against reality, even if they otherwise wouldn't choose to. Some will always double down, but some will want to step back. So maybe on Wednesday, if you have any friends or family who you miss and want back, text them, see how they're doing, make sure they're alive. They might need a shoulder to cry on, and they might finally be willing to admit, much to their embarrassment, that they were wrong about some stuff, and then start to reevaluate more stuff. A lot of people will also double down and continue to act and speak horrifically through the week. I don't know if I can have sympathy for those people. One more source of BS around this. I've seen a couple of videos from some of these people saying that it will bring about 7 years of extreme hardship before Jesus actually comes, which, if you realize, means gives them a pass to excuse Trump's failures for the next 3 years. But then if a Democrat wins in 2028, their whole 4-year term, they can go back to what they did during the Obama years, calling them the Antichrist and claiming pure evil, until in 2032, they can call whatever candidate they have Jesus. Yes, actually, literally Jesus. It will not be a metaphor to these people. They are already laying the groundwork to call their 2032 Republican candidate Jesus. For those people, the only way out of this is to continue riding the religious psychosis that got them into this. And they may go their whole lives without taking any accountability and having no self-awareness whatsoever. Who do you think Jesus' running mate will be?